it's Maria. If you're watching this, you've probably asked me how I started making my Google Forms look a little fancier. I'm brand new at this, but this is how I did it. First, you have to download the Google Form app, Pretty Forms Designer. And to do that, you want to actually go to your Google Drive. In your Google Drive, you're going to click on the waffle or the checkerboard, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then go to Google's Workspace Marketplace. Once you're in the marketplace, just search for, what did I say it was called? Pretty Forms Designer. See, mine pops up because I've been there before. And it's this purple one, Pretty Forms Designer. Just click on that. Now, if you haven't installed it yet, it's going to say install. Mine's already there, so it says uninstall. This is a add-on that is already approved by Hermitage School District, so you don't have to email Frank or Joe asking for permission. You'll be allowed to automatically install it. After you get this Google Form add-on installed, then you go to Google Forms and click on and open any form you want to make look a little different. Once you have that Google Form open, up here in the right-hand corner is the add-ons button. Now, if you haven't downloaded the add-on, any add-ons yet, that button's not going to be there. You're not going to see it. So you have to download the add-on first or install the add-on first, and then click on that button. And then I'm going to click on Pretty Forms Designer. I'm going to click Open Forms Designer. Now mine's going to work pretty fast because I've had it open for this particular form before. But if it's your first time opening it for a form, it'll take a little longer. And then you won't come directly to the form. You're going to be asked to choose between 4 free templates. Pick whichever one looks good to you because you're going to be able to change fonts, colors, sizes, everything. Then you'll get to the point that I'm at. If you've already had your Google form open and you were a little further into this and you changed something in Google Forms and then it's not appearing in Designer, you just click this button right here to reload info and it will update your form, or it'll update the Google Form Designer from your Google form. But to begin, I am going to start by changing the background color. So when I do this, because right now it's light blue and that doesn't match our red and black, and that's what I want to use for the beginning of the year. So I'm going to go over here to where it says Form Design Theme, and I am going to click on that light blue circle and then change it to red. And you can see it automatically makes it go light, just like Google Forms does. So to make it a little different, you can also pick from solid, dark, or black. I'm going to go with solid. One of the other things that I really like about the designer is being able to make the width of my form wider. As an English teacher, lots of times I have the students writing a longer response that's maybe a paragraph, and that's hard to do in these short width boxes. So you can come over here where it says form width and you can make your form wider if you want to. Now for this particular one, I don't want it quite that wide. I'm going to make it that's standard. I'm going to make it about here because I do ask for some longer answers down here at the bottom of the form. All right, so then when I changed the whole form design, and I like trying that first, it changed my font color to this reddish brown color that I don't like. So I'm coming over here to Form Page Style because I want to change the whole page. And it says font color and has some letters and numbers in there. If you just click, then you'll see your color options. And you can click and drag around here and make it lighter and drag this, but I'm just going to go with the standard black so that we have red and black for our school colors. So now it's changed all my font colors to red and black. I'm also going to change from the standard Roboto, font to something else. So I could try Playfair. I'm not crazy about that. I don't like serif fonts for reading online. I like sans serif. So if you don't like what you pick, you can just go up and pick something else. So I am going to go with this one. And so some things that I see that I don't like. So beginning of the year parent survey, but I have this up here in my image. I don't like that. I'm going to change that. I'm actually going to use the first line here, since my picture kind of includes my title. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to paste it here. All right. Now, I don't like the beginning of the year is on 2 different lines. So something you can do in Form Designer that you can't do in regular Google is make this title 2 lines. So I'm just going to come up here and hit enter. And now it's on 2 lines. I think I'm going to make it bold, so I want to make sure I select it all. I'm just going to hit bold right down here. One other thing you're able to do that you can't do in regular Google Forms is I am going to center this title. So I'm going to come over here to my shortcut buttons, and I'm going to pick center just like you would in Google Docs. All right. Now another thing you can do is, I'm up here on the heading if I wanted to. Anytime you see this little artist thing with the paint brushes and such, these are things that are already pre-formatted and designed like templates. So I'm going to click on that, and it's loading different heading options. So there's simple, there's centered, there's center with a divider. I'm going to scroll down to, I think, background with color. But then I have to change my background color. I think I want it black. Or do I want it a lighter red? Let's go with black and see how that looks. All right. So now it's putting my heading in black, standing out from everything else. I am going to, I made my title rather large, so I'm going to shrink that from 48 to, nope, I think I'm going to go a little bigger than 24. There. But it's centered the rest of this, and I don't like that. I like my sentences to be left aligned. So I'm able to go up there and fix that. And now I'm happy with my heading so that my banner picture and my title are not repetitive and my directions stand out. Let's see, some other things you can do. Like I said, I'm new to this too, but I'm going to minimize this button over here to the right. And some of the things I like, so for email and students' first and last name, those are short answers. If I wanted those boxes to stand out even more, I can come down to short text answer item styles. And I can pick from a whole bunch of different styles, but that wasn't what I was looking for. But their structure, but always my favorite is when I see this art thing where it's already made for me. So I'm going to click on the little art icon, and I can choose from, as you can see right on the left, the basic outline with labeled text so you know to write your answer in there. Just the box being slightly shaded or outlined. I can make the box rounded and so on. So I think I'm going to go with labeled text. And then over here you could make some changes to it if you wanted. You could just have it underlined, you could have it outlined, or you can have it filled in. And I'm going to go with filled in. And then there's always more options. So apply this design. So it has changed all of my short answers to that light gray box that says answer so that you go in and type your answer there. Now I also have some long answer questions. So if I wanted to, I could come over here, let's minimize that one, and go to long paragraph answer styles. Again, I'm going to pick the art icon, and I can choose from the same thing again. Now you might like having a variety. I think I'm going to like keeping mine consistent for now. So I'm going to apply this design. So now for all of my questions that are short answer, I have that option. I really like the options, I don't have any examples on here, that you get with the checkbox answer style items. There's a lot of things to choose from. So up here you have your, what are they called? Quick access. So if I wanted to, I can do different things to make mine just stand out and let it go a little fancier. So form shadow is going to make it look like this big box that is the white box that is the form is kind of jumping off the page. So I'm going to go to form shadow and I'm going to say elevation, and I'm just going to hit the up button until it kind of gets this shadow here on the side that I like. So 10, yeah, I'll go with 10. So now I have a little bit of shadow that makes that box look like it's jumping off the page. If I wanted to, I could put a border around that box. I could do solid, and now it's got a black line around it. I could do dotted, and now we've got a little dotted line. I think because I already have it with the shadow making it look like it's raised, I don't want to add anything else to it, but that is an option. And there are so many other options. I believe I could even do that if I use the bigger menu over here on the side. Since I have my form shadowed, I want to shadow my banner picture at the top of the page. So I'm going to go to Form Banner Style, Banner Images. I think I'm going to want shadow, but nope, I picked padding for the other one. So I'm going to go with padding. And it set the padding at 10. I like it because it's making it look like it is padded the same as my other one. I just want to see what shadow looks like. Banner shadow. Oh, as I do banner shadow, it's making my banner shrink, and I don't like that. I want to keep it the same size. Okay. So now there's a little bit of shadow behind my form and my banner. Just going to try one more thing. Okay. All right, so there's so much more that you could mess around with, but that gets you started on how to make your forms look a little fancier. Now, you have to save, so I'm going to click save. And okay, and you cannot share this with your students from regular Google Forms, or it's going to still look like it did before. So you can preview it. This is what it's going to look like to my students' parents. And remember, I said it was 3 sections, so they have to answer this question before it takes them to the next section. So when I'm ready to share it, I can either copy and paste that link, or I can go here and I can embed it into a website if you created a website, or you can just copy and paste the link to Google Classroom or wherever you want to put your form. I hope that this helped you out. And like I said, it's just the beginning. There are so many things over here on the right that you can do to make your forms look pretty. Thank you.